Good morning and thank you for staying with us. I am Aleesya your host for today's Poly TV News. The Earth is likely to cross a critical threshold of global warming within the next decade, and nations will need to make an immediate and drastic shift away from fossil fuel to prevent the planet from overheating dangerously beyond that level, according to a major new report released on Monday. Under the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement, virtually every nation agreed to pursue efforts to hold global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Beyond that point, scientists say the impact of catastrophic heat waves, flooding, drought, crop failures, and species extinction becomes significantly harder for humanity to handle. But Earth has already warmed an average of 1.1 degrees Celsius since the Industrial Age, and with global fossil fuel emissions setting record last year, that goal is quickly slipping out of reach. There's still one last chance to shift course, the new report says, but it would require industrialized nations to join together immediately to slash greenhouse gases roughly in half by 2030 and then stop adding carbon dioxide to the atmosphere altogether by the early 2050s. If those two steps were taken, the world will have about a 50% chance of limiting warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The report comes as the world's two biggest polluters, China and the United States, continue to approve new fossil fuel projects. Last year, China issued permits for 168 coal-fired power plants of various sizes, according to the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air in Finland. Last week, the Biden administration approved an enormous oil drilling project known as Willow that will take place on the pristine federal land in Alaska. And now, to more news on the lifestyle. Toricha, Kenya. If there's a ring around the sun, it will rain. If the good bird sings in the sounding notes, the skies will open. If vultures gather, the showers will begin. Everyone reads the sign, but they don't mean what they used to. It's still not raining. Jalabarako, 85, a grandfather of 8 and a member of an ancient nomadic tribe. Today, wearing a pinstripe jacket, dark glasses and turban-like hat, he looks like the proprietor of a progressive jazz club. He sits outside a metal walled shed that serves as the village store, the place where people come to buy provisions before heading out into this mushroom-rocked landscape with their livestock to find pasture again. For generations, Barako explains, his people have slaughtered goats to read the weather forecast spelled out in the wet entrails, and now the readings are all off. According to Jalabarako, the climate is changing even in the intestines. Consistent gentle showers over days and weeks replenish the shrubs and grasses that livestock depends on here. But it hasn't rained steadily for going on 3 years, and there's nothing green inside. The government has drilled boreholes and there aren't enough of them. Herders have to travel long distances to reach the water and then equally long distances to find any remaining pastures. When there's water, there's no pasture, and when there's even the scantest bit of uneaten pasture left, there's no water. On the track between one place and the other, animals crumple from exhaustion and die. Barako says they depend on livestock, and the ones that haven't died are so weak. In normal times, they support them, but now they are the one who's being supported. Livestock here are the primary source of income and nourishment. When they die, the people come next. Near the village shop, relief workers from a local aid group called PACIDA distribute corn, beans, cooking oil, salt, and sugar. A water truck is scheduled to come soon, too, but international aid has lapsed, so it will be lost for a long time. Adano Solesa says even with this, they won't get a meal every day. A program officer with the group who's in charge of distributing the food to each eligible person. Only the most vulnerable get a share. He says if there is no more help, methodically consulting a checklist, people will die. And now, to quotes of the day, happiness is not having what you want, it is appreciating what you have. And that's the news. We will be right back in the next hour. I'm Aleesya reporting for Poly TV channel right here in Malaysia. Thank you.
Open it.